Hey beautiful people, it's me, Anabelle Munro, filmmaker, recovery activist and author, and welcome back to my channel. You can subscribe right here. So today's topic I want to talk about is a very important one. It is about how to handle relapse. Yeah, right. We all know it. If you have experienced addiction, there is no recovery path that doesn't include relapse. It's all about relapse. In a way, you could almost say that every time, once you started noticing that what you're doing with your addiction is not exactly healthy and you want to stop it, and each time you talk yourself into, oh, just this one more time, from then on, this is a relapse. You engage in addictive behavior, that is a relapse. And so, how to cope with it? Because it feeds into this cycle, into this hamster wheel, as I call it, of guilt and shame. And then, oh, I messed it up so bad already, I might as well do it again, because my life is wasted already anyways, right? This is the mental record that is playing when we are about to do it again. While you're still in the heavy middle of your addiction, relapse is probably not bothering you that much because you're still getting a kick out of the other stuff, right? That endorphin and whatever fake happiness you get there for a short little while when you get this instant gratification. But what about when you are already, in recovery, you're in a treatment center, or you're seeing a therapist, or you do great progress by yourself, and then it happens again? What to do? It is so disappointing and deflating and can throw you back a significant bit in your journey, because sometimes you have a good run for 2 or 3 months and suddenly that urge is there and you're like, boom, you've done it again. How to handle it is the question of this video. The answer, you might not like it, but it is the honest truth, is forgiveness. It is forgiveness. You have to learn to de-dramatize the whole relapse thing completely. You have to stop beating yourself up for relapse completely. Because obviously you're addicted. You're gonna relapse on your way to recovery. And when it happens, you just gotta say, okay, there's a step that I missed way before I relapsed, and I'm going to get better and better in noticing these little steps that I missed way ahead of time before the relapse. The moment the relapse happens, there's nothing you can do about it anyways, because if you're already in the state where you think, oh my God, I really want to do this or that, it's already too late anyways. The recovery happens way ahead of time, right? It happens with rewiring your brain step by step. And if you get the drama out and this beating yourself up for it, for good, it's the only way. It's the only way. I don't want to say make relapse your friend, but make peace with relapse as part of the progress and notice, I missed something ahead of time. I missed something way before the relapse. And I compare this attitude where the drama and this anger with yourself is reduced, or hopefully one day you can completely let go of being angry with yourself when relapse happens. I compare it to putting on your scientist coat instead of your punishment prison guard, your punisher and slave driver coat. See it more scientifically. and see yourself as a self-study. A scientist doesn't engage emotionally in what's going on. This is the attitude that I would love you to explore, where you don't beat yourself up, but where you remove yourself emotionally a little bit, give yourself, if anything, empathy, and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It's the only way. You gotta make peace with the relapse. Then it loses its power. It totally loses its power. And you can be mindful before it happens. When you're actually losing your balance way ahead of time. Because the relapse happens when the balance is already way out of whack. That's my thoughts on how to handle relapse. Kindly, patiently, scientifically. You can do it. Follow your bliss. I love you. Subscribe. Stay with me. If you have more questions, hit me up. Send me messages, comment, share your story. I'm all about sharing positive recovery tools and building a community so we can minimize the shame and the stigma attached to addictions and eating disorders and all the trauma and horror attached to it. If we speak openly about it, maybe other people have the courage to start talking about it too, because being open about it is already halfway there. Love you guys.